Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. It is firewood season once again, and we're prepping up firewood for next year, right? We've already got all this year's firewood cut up into firewood, and of course it's seasoned and ready to burn. Next year's firewood is what we're concerned about, right? So I've got a bunch of logs still up here on the log land. I'm going to use the best value chainsaw for the day. I've only brought the one chainsaw, the Husqvarna 61. Let's see how it does for all day firewood use. Welcome to Man Time. Yeah, those of you men out there that watch the channel regularly, you probably already knew that this chainsaw was going to be in this best value class. I've talked about it several times. It is definitely one of my favorite chainsaws to run, and it was one of the easiest to work on, and it was one of the cheapest. I actually found this one on market. No, I'm sorry. I found this one in a pawn shop. Found this one in a pawn shop. What was I doing there? Was I looking for chainsaws? Shoot, I may have been. But this was marked at 150, and I went over there and I moved it around, and the mounts were worn out, so it was just kind of rattling around and not in very good shape. So I asked if they would give it to me for $100, and they did. So I took it home. Basically immediately knew that I was going to be working on it. Watched a bunch of the Iron Horse's videos. His 61-270/272 inspired me to, really go whole hog on it. This was the first chainsaw that I ported with a timing wheel, and it turned out, amazing. It's been kicked around, beat up, used and abused, and keeps coming back for more, and it is peppy. So I'm going to go through, mark the wood with my little 194, and then we'll get into cutting some rounds. Well, giving me a little bit of problems here and there. Not too bad, but not too great either. Let's see if we can hack this up into a few pieces here. I'm going to cut off this little nub. See if we can't get the tuning a little bit better on this guy. Well, it's having a little trouble tuning, and sometimes I've seen this happen when the fuel filter falls off. Now that'd be nice if that was the case. Pretty unlikely, but we will check it out. No, but there's still a ton of sediment in here. Well, sometimes even the best laid plans don't work out, do they? Oh, I forgot about this one. Yeah, that O-ring is just not going to work out. Okay, Jonsered 2165, the next contender of the day. Let's see what it has to do. I think the 61. Yeah, it's got sawdust in the gas tank. I mean, I looked down in there and I saw it. So it's going to be probably both the fuel filter and the carb screen, probably both. But let's see if the 2165 is going to work out for me today. Yeah. I mean, it's not leaking out of there, so I guess I shouldn't complain too much. Yeah, I mean, if there was a second to the best value chainsaw, it's going to be the 365, 372. The problem is the value proposition is just a little bit higher. For a good condition one, running, near mint condition type of thing, you're looking at almost retail price, which is like $1,000 to $1,200. For a busted up, junky one, you're starting at like $500. So, it's quite a jump to get to this level. This one I paid, not too much, 200 maybe, but I mean, there was just a ton wrong with it. This one is still the 65 cc's with the 48 millimeter. Did some machine work pop up. Yeah, same size bar on this chainsaw, 24 inch, but this is the light bar. It's going to be a little bit easier to maneuver around, when it's getting a little bit warmer in the day right now. Almost up to 90 today, so not too bad though. Yeah, this thing is like a Ferrari. Compared to that, like being a big block V8, it's like a, you know, it's just a whole different animal. It's a pleasure to run. Alright, man, that is going to do it for today on Man Time. You can see all that firewood is now chopped up into rounds, or all that wood is now into rounds. I started out with the 61 272. It is a great saw when it runs great. I think this is just a case of I haven't done maintenance on it in quite a while. And there's fines in the tank. I'm sure I just need a good carb clean new fuel filter and we'll be set to go. But those conditions that you saw there where it kind of is searching for a tune and things like that, where it's kind of leaning out and then going rich and stuff like that, that indication there's a fuel delivery problem. On the other hand, the 2165, I have videos on that one if you want to go back on the channel and check those out. That's just a phenomenal saw. I put a lot of work into that one. Still running the stock 48 millimeter, and it's so fast. It's such a good saw. And in comparison, you know, you got to think about that value proposition for the amount of money you have, right? That one, if you can find a 2165, 365, 372 non-X torque, and it's in your budget, and then you have the ability to put a little bit more money into it and fix it up, that's probably going to be the way to go. But you know, for a low budget, the value proposition on the 61 is still, you know, really good. But if you can step up, that's the way you're going to want to go. So anyways, get out there, have you some man time too.